Cat_gonna_stream said meow. Cat_gonna_stream just followed. Stream Elements said thank you for following cat_gonna_stream smile. BotRix Official said be a support hero today, by using commands like support.
There, that should work, right? There we go. There you go. Let me see. Also, when it comes to sound, Chrome. Put it down. There you go. All right. Maybe I should wrap this around here. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Oh my god. TikTok, why you always, Instagram, why you always listen to what I'm doing? Stop listening. Jesus. Alright. So, let's see. Okay. So you put like something like here. Nah, leave that alone. But gotta make sure you can distinguish well. So, I think this. I think if I put more of emphasis on the curve here, like that. Okay. I'm dead. It's only 10 y'all and we get 52 likes. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay, that's kind of broken. Looks kind of broken, not gonna lie. YouTube said anything to me yet. YouTube? Just to make sure. And stream. No, I'm on YouTube. Yeah. Let's see here. Maestro. Hold on, something's going on with hold on, it's not reading your TikTok messages. Hold on. It is not reading your TikTok messages. Hey, hey, XArt, what's going on? That looks silly. Okay. Okay, that looks broken. Gotta get that mouth right, though. Gotta get that mouth right. What that mouth do, though? Okay. Just to make sure. Is it connected? Settings, counts. Kick. What is loco? YouTube is connected. Twitch is connected. Just to make sure.
Artextric said hi. Artextric said hi.
It's not saying anything. Connected to TikTok solicitor. Okay.
Artextric said hi.
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
Artextric said hi.
Okay, I went to YouTube, but I don't hear it. Why can I not hear it?
What Rick's official said, be a support hero today by using commands like.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I can't hear it. There we go. Let me see again. There we go. It works. It's always some small difficulty.
Artextric said hi.
Now I can hear you guys' responses. Sorry about that. I could not figure out what it was. I could not figure out what it was. I apologize for the lack of response. Okay. I think that's here, that's there. This part should have been here. Leave it alone. Fuck it. Who cares? Okay. Now, I think where I messed up with the hair, I want to do a better job at it. Because, like, it looks really weird. Yes. Okay, let's get the... Oh. So it's out small. So I need to get that right. So it's going to be like
Adonis
this.
Robinson 5 said original character. Looks pretty nice.
Yep. Yep, it is. And then get the hair smaller. See, drawing these type of hairstyles are always such a pain. It is original character. You were correct. Like that. I think it curves like that. Okay, yeah, so thank you for at least noticing. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, this dead maid needs to be... I put the thing on her head, I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm going to clean up the hair now. I'm going to turn everything down. Okay. Where are these? I don't need the guidelines anymore. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, there you go.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said what you're drawing? Don't mind the name.
Why would you name your like just even the fact that you can point it out just makes it more strange. Why would you make a name? Anyway, I'm doing a ritual character zombie. Why would you? Why would the fuck would you name yourself that? It's just unnecessarily long for like no reason. Y'all make like straight up sentences out of y'all names. Is
Cockus
crazy.
underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said I knew you were gonna look.
Why? Why though? What is the goal? Seems pointless of a name. Such a long name.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said A. Love me some Cockus Huibo here.
Oh my god. How crazy.
K8 said hello.
Hello.
My pussy hurts. Broken heart emoji. Smiling face with deer emoji. Just followed.
Let's see here.
K8 said someone is named. Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said crazy. Nah, a little goofy, that's all.
Alright, fine, goofy then.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said Kate. Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said I am sorry.
You're fine. It's your name. It's just funny how it sounds.
K8 said face exhaling emoji, grimacing face emoji. Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said frowning face emoji.
Okay, let me see. What's with the frown? What's with the frown? Okay.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said I'm cooked.
4.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said having my name in public.
Nice, you can name yourself.
K8 said victory hand emoji by.
Alright,
Forecasts
later.
you animate. Cockus
Want
underscore
to.
gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said like it isn't as bad as the JJK names.
Just
Cockus underscore gaping from filled
a
underscore
little
owner
bit,
hole.
but not
Said
that
by
much.
Katie.
Why did they say bye if they didn't say anything? I don't understand that much. Oh, I've never understood that. There are people in here, they'll say bye and they'll never say a damn thing. Not even said hi, but they'll say bye. It's like as if I knew that was there. I think most people assume I know they're there because it probably says it in the corner, but I never see it. That's probably why. Oh,
Pork said can you zoom out, I'm curious what you're drawing.
I'm drawing a dead maid.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said same. Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore owner hole. Said necromade, cool.
Let me see. Okay.
heart emoji, soldier, heart emoji, just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Wait, why was that? Wait. Would the hair be in front or in back? I think the hair will be in back, not in front. That would make less sense. Thinking about it now.
Mono slash said hello.
Oh, Mono, what's going on, bro? I didn't get to see your video that you sent me. I mean, your message that you sent me. I was running late.
Mono slash said I have seen them, yes.
I appreciate you responding, so I'll look at it later.
Mono slash said I tried drawing Spider-Man poses as you told me.
Yes. How did that go?
Mono slash said pretty well. Can't say since it's been one day, but I can tell you more in a week.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think Spider-Man's the perfect example of using some for dynamic poses because there's no focus on clothes or any other trinkets or issues that's in the way. You can just focus on just the character alone. So he's pretty much a walking, talking dummy. You can use. You don't have to even draw the face.
Mono slash said agree.
Don't have to draw the
Copies
face.
Underscore gaping filled underscore owner hole.
You don't have to
Said
draw
also
the nose. You don't have to draw the eyes either if you want to. It's always about focused on the overall placement of the character and the layering and perspective of the pose. Remember what I taught you. Oh wait, did we talk about perspective yet? Did I teach you about the horizon line? I know I did a video on it, but...
Mono slash said at this point I don't have to draw him at all face with tears of joy emoji.
Okay,
No
gotcha.
back and name claff just followed.
Because I know...
Cockers
mainly...
underscore gaping filled underscore owner hole. Said just got here.
I know you mainly do like furry work, so... I know it's going to be a little bit a transition from one to another,
Mono
but...
slash said directly no, but I have seen you talk about it a lot of times.
Alright. We will get into that because that's going to get very important. But we're just going to focus on your dynamic poses and just getting to the feel of doing them.
Mono slash said I know how foreshortening goes if you mean that.
No, I mean
JJ
like
said
actual
yo.
perspective. Not foreshortening. Foreshortening's the poor man's perspective, but like, if anything, like with the horizon line.
Tubers20 said I know a way you can get really popular and get a lot of money, but you won't like it.
I'm not going to draw no
said visit
half-naked women.
Artextric's Ko-fi page.
I'm not going to draw hentai if that's what you're asking. I'm not in no rush to be famous or have money like that.
Cockers underscore gaping filled underscore owner hole. Said not on this holy live. Mono slash said well I did draw buildings in perspective in primary school.
Good. But can you put a bunch of people in perspective? Though. Like a bunch of characters in perspective? Like a group of people?
Mono slash said so I know how it works.
When it comes
Mono
to
slash said no but I can do cubes.
Okay. Well, it's easy when you just have like a basic shape. And there's like organic shapes and that makes things difficult. Especially like circles and shit. Also annoying thing to deal with. Okay, good. This.
Cockus underscore gaping from filled underscore own a hole. Said Loki, don't know why I'm here. I write broken heart emoji.
I'm pretty sure you're here for the art. That's not the reason, I don't know why.
Mono slash said I can also do a rectangles.
Rectangles, huh? Them rectangles. Have you learned to draw a building, a city? But just using perspective? You said you made buildings.
Mono slash said yes, I'm very good.
Okay.
But Rick's official said be a support hero today. By using commands like /donation.
I would like for you to send me some evidence of this. Or at least do a quick session of that.
Mono slash said I do not have that since that was like 7 years ago.
I had a feeling, so I would rather you just do a session of that and send it to me. If you remember how. You just get to evaluate what you know. So I don't have to go over things that doesn't need to be going over.
Mono slash said I remember, but I will first try the Spider-Man thing, at least for 1 week.
Okay, that's fine. That's a fine. Those lines are not.
Five-foot femboy omega, white heart emoji, just followed.
Follow.
Bright Roclos said good afternoon everyone.
Hey, bro, what's going on, dude? How you been, bro?
Mono slash said I know you have to set 2 points and all the diagonal lines have to like connect with the points. Mono slash said it bright Roclos hello bright.
You're correct.
Bright Roclos said it mono slash hi mono. Mono slash said if you are drawing a cube.
Okay, let's see.
Mono slash asks teacher are you participating in Inktober?
Nope. I don't have time for that. Nope.
Mono Slash said it's because of the first prompt, isn't it?
I don't know about the first prompt. I never looked. I took too much time out of that swimsuit summer event to care.
Mono Slash said it's a stage.
Oh, it'd be pretty easy to draw.
Mono Slash said disguised face emoji, disguised face emoji. Mono Slash said anyways, who are you drawing?
I'm making a new character. Fuck. I'm making a new character, yes. Okay, here's some undead maid.
Bright Roclos said yeah, what you're working on.
So, working on a dead maid. Zombie maid. Undead zombie maid.
Bright Roclos said gotcha.
Yep. And then later on, you might play some video games, but not Silk Song.
Mono Slash said I'd why she looks like she's cross eyes.
And she is a zombie. Actually, it wouldn't make any sense if she did have eyes. There you go.
Mono Slash said give her a bow to look more cutesy, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on.
Mono Slash said it looks awesome BTW.
Thank you. All right. Let me get that there.
Mono Slash said she kinda looks like Teto because of the hair.
I can never escape any comparisons to any anime character. It's just inevitable at this point. Let's see here. Can never outrun that. Right, I finally saw the episode of Gachiku. That shit was crazy.
Bright Roklos said I know right.
Shit was fucking. I was like, yo, bro. I was like, they went down that path. I was like, okay. Don't shy away from insane topics. I was like, okay. I know the show is insane.
Bright Roklos said I can't wait for part 2.
Yep. Let's go. Part 2, bro. Part 2. Like here. Here and then. There we go. Like that.
Can't spare you from the darkness. I can't fix a broken heart, but I can use my scars to guide you when the world tears you apart. I can't stop the walls from falling, but I'll be the arms you fall in till you're ready for your calling to live where the wild things are, where the wild things are, where the wild things are, where the wild things are. I can't spare you from the darkness. I can't fix a broken heart, but I can use my scars to guide you when the world tears you apart. I can't stop the walls from falling, but I'll be the arms you fall in till you're ready for your calling to live where the wild things.
Mono Slash said okay, I have to go now.
Okay, Mono. I think we're pretty much done at this point.
Mono Slash said bye.
Later, Mono. Later, Mono. Later, Mono.
Wrinkled her clothes and folded her arms back to beat out her soul. She had to love him 'cause the family loved him so. Never told them what he did, just let it go. Thought that he deserved the love he couldn't show. And she was born with the bruises on her throat. Everyone's a secret, no one lets you in. They only show you pieces, never skeletons. 7 billion rejects asking for a friend. Embarrassed of their needs and what they think it means. Yeah, everyone's a secret. It's hell. All the secrets he keeps, forced to live in a nightmare so his parents can sleep. Wish him well, 'cause mama framed him alive, hung from the family tree so that the roots wouldn't die. He just wakes up every morning, takes 2 pill white pills, tries to numb the trauma, save the boy that he killed. Now he's a wallflower wishing until he wilts, and he'll become the mausoleum to rest their guilt. Everyone's a secret, no one lets you in. They only show you pieces, never skeletons. 7 billion rejects asking for a friend. Embarrassed of their needs and what they think it means. Yeah, everyone's a secret.
Hmm.
The truth, it's on our face.
Oh shit.
Written in abuse we can't erase. We can't hide the truth, it's on our face. We can't hide the truth, it's
Briggs Dynasty Art said you're doing a great job.
I think I'm doing okay. I hope so.
secret, no one lets you in. They only show you pieces, never skeletons. 7 billion rejects asking for a friend. Embarrassed of their needs and what they think it means. Yeah, everyone's a secret.
There you go. Okay.
Briggs Dynasty Art said is this original or inspired by something?
This is original. Well, not original idea, but original character. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Actually, to be honest, I think of it now. For you to be good at drawing zombies, you have to be good at anatomy.
Karma Chameleon said that's a great deal for a display tablet.
Yes, it is. It really is, bro. It really is. You have to be really good at anatomy when I think of it now. I wonder if I make the eyes black. Like this part black. I don't know if I should keep it eye black or not. I'm not sure. Okay.
Smile said my flip knows I'm avoiding drawing broken heart emoji.
Hmm? Let's go here. Something. My FIV knows I'm avoiding drawing. Well, that's what. I don't know why y'all do that. Should not avoid it. It's just drawing. And then that same attitude would be the same people who say I'm trying to work on my art style. Like, oh.
Smile said I have my art style lol, I'm just too lazy to keep drawing.
Can you draw a hand?
Val asks, is this Clip Studio Paint?
Mm-hmm. It is Clip Studio Paint.
Zar_lazy_genius asks, who are you drawing?
I'm doing original work. Not original idea, but original work. This undead maid.
Mix just followed.
Thank you for the follow.
Luxury just followed. Karma Chameleon said just swinging by to say hi.
Hey, Mike. We're going to so once I'm done with this, we're gonna go do reactions as I do the VTubing model, PNG. And then once we're done doing that, we're gonna play video games, but we're not gonna play Silk Song. I got a new game that we have in play. We'll come out to Silk Song another day, but I am not playing that today or anytime soon. We have a new game we're gonna play today. I know you're probably gonna be busy. You're probably out. You have the stuff to do. Pretty sure. So I guess Bri will be holding down the fort on that one.
Bright Roclos said yep.
Okay. That's fine.
Kofi Streambot said visit Artextric's Kofi page at. Karma Chameleon said maybe. I just got back from spending time with my sister.
Ah. Oh, she. Oh, she's doing well.
Karma Chameleon said and some family members might swing by. She doing good, got a cake too. Also hi Bri.
Got a cake. Someone's birthday or just got a cake?
Karma Chameleon said yeah.
Birthday cake. Let's go. Birthday cake. Hand drawing, low key, my pet peeve. Gotta get those hand drawings in. Don't try to ignore them. It'll save you more headache if you learn to do them fast. I think that's the first thing you should learn when it comes to anatomy. Is the goddamn hands. If you get that out of the way, you'll knock out a lot of problems in the long run in the future. Oh, I can't speak today.
Karma Chameleon asks what game is it?
What is it called? It starts with a number 2. I forgot what it's called. It's a fighting game, I think. I forgot what its name is. Fuck. It's that League of Legends game.
Karma Chameleon said the League of Legends 20 XD or something like that.
Or something like that. It came out just today. They finally put it out for this month. I mean, just today, literally today. There you go.
Karma Chameleon said yeah, just got a $30 Steam card, so I hope those sales are still up.
Oh, the game's free. The game is free, that you're wondering. And there's a bunch of sales right now, I think, that's going on.
Ravioli_art said I swear, watching digital drawing feels like ASMR.
Is it really?
Bright Roclos said kinda yeah.
Does it feel that way when I'm doing traditional work or no? Just curious.
Ravioli_art said yeah, I think it's the clacking noises when the pen touches the screen.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Ravioli_art said in the keyboard.
Let's see. Hold on. Won't be long.
Ravioli_art just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Okay. Oh, fuck. That makes it much easier to figure out what's what and what's not. Okay. Pink is a very good color to use. Black and pink will be fine. Has the has been VR chat doing well for you over there, Mike? Have any issues with it? There.
Iron Golem just followed.
There we go.
Jess Ringenberg just followed.
Thank you for the follow.
Beanbag said hot dog.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Beanbag said yo mama.
Yo, mama. Oh, yo, mama. Yo, mama. Come at me with the mama, yo, mama thing. Yo, mama. Yo, mama. Let's see here. Wait, what is this piece? Oh. Wait.
Decaying_media just followed.
Thank you for the follow.
Bright Roclos said at Beanbag hi bean.
Yo, mama.
code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_message.attachment.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_message.attachment. code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_format.tts.rich_message.attachment.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_format.tts.rich_message.attachment. code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_format.tts.rich_message.attachment. code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_format.tts.rich_message.attachment.
Okay.
code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_format.tts.rich_message.attachment.
Yeah, shoot. Launches for now. A weird color. So we see what it means.
Unit just followed.
Okay. Yeah, I think most of the time you can tell how good an anime is based just on its soundtrack alone. Like, if the song is not memorable, the anime is probably not memorable.
Ravioli_art said like JoJo's.
Yeah. Like My Hero or Haikyuu or like Dragon Ball. Like, if you just look at these shows, like, if you listen to their songs, if you can't remember their songs, or it doesn't, like, ring a tone with you, then it's probably not that great of an anime anyway.
Bright Roclos said facts.
It's like, I can't think of an anime that I liked and I didn't at least remember its song. I may not remember characters' names. Shit, I might not even remember the story. But if I can remember it's some jingle or some soundtrack or even its opening or closing. It doesn't have to be the greatest anime of all time, but if it's memorable, then it's not that bad of an anime, I don't think. I can't think of a bad anime that has a great soundtrack. I can tell you a bunch of one-hit wonders, to a degree. Like,
Spencer, Tamura's only BF said I will never forget Hunter x Hunter.
Like, Hunter x Hunter's opening is pretty much the same song, just different opening sequences. I was surprised. I'm wondering why the author went with that. Why he didn't change up the songs. Maybe he was just too lazy to do it. And it's more about story than like songs. Like its ending songs always changing, but its opening songs never did. Not that I don't remember. If we're talking about 2011 Hunter x Hunter, I'm saying. I'm not sure about the 90s version. I'm pretty sure the 90s version is drastically different from the one that's from 2011. Bro, what the f... There we go.
TikTok Sisters 2025 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Okay. I think I'm going to... Hold on.
Plus plus, falling leaf emoji, cat emoji, plus leafeon plus plus, shamrock emoji, falling leaf emoji, plus set a thread with man emoji, manual wheelchair emoji. Tell me how.
Who? Fuck. Who's that? Shit. Fucked up on that hand, but whatever. Alright. Okay, let's see. Let's check these.
Null.edit said hello.
Hello. Hello. I know.
Hazard Binary said OMG I love zombie OCS. I have a zombie OC.
That's nice. That's awesome. The colors here. Not too bad. I think the colors are pretty where they're supposed to be. Okay. I'm gonna stop right here, and then we're gonna go and do this. Now, as I do this,
Kofi Streambot said visit Artextric's Kofi page at.
we're gonna, I think I'm gonna switch TikTok over. I'm gonna switch TikTok over to the computer, so you guys can listen and watch as well. Or so.
Bot Rick's official said be a support hero today by using commands like support.
So I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes over there on TikTok, so we can do some reactions. Oh, I'm so tired. Alright, see you in 2 seconds, TikTok. Actually, I'm gonna restart for Instagram as well. I'm gonna turn Instagram off, and I'll be right back on Instagram, the stream. So I can have this section only for VTubing. So the other section will be just for the zombie. So I'll be right back, Instagram.
Can't spare you from the darkness. I can't fix a broken heart, but I can use my scars to guide you when the world tears you.
They always have a stupid coffee in their fucking hand. Like, no, stop doing that. That's just stupid. Okay. Go to YouTube.
It's the hardest thing to do, but it's true. You're growing up to know, you know you're not alone. I did my best to make home feel like home, feel like anything other than boxes, skeletons swinging in empty closets. I can cover your eyes, but I'll always be close. I can't spare you from the darkness. I can't fix a broken heart, but I can use my scars to guide you when the world tears you apart. I can't stop around the talking, but I'll be the arms you fall into. You're ready for your calling to live when the wild things are, when the wild things are, when the wild things are, when the wild things are. Hold on to you. Hold on to Hold on to you.
Is it rewards? What fucking rewards is that? You have rewards to claim yours. What is this reward are you talking about? No, I don't care about that. This promotion. Why do they offer it if it fucks with your whole... Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're talking about, bro. So. Reward history. Theme. I don't know what any of this means. Okay, anyway. Why is it automatically clipped to a branded? That shit makes no sense. Alright, okay. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever, bro. No one lets me win. Never selling times. Nothing for a friend. I just realized, why is that so loud? Is that always so loud? No. Alright. Knowing it's YouTube, it's gonna be really loud. Like, ultimately too loud. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay, there you go. Put this over here in the corner. Okay. Not bad. Oh no. Hold on. I get it now. Am I on... Let me guess. No one's been in here because... Hold on. It's on... That's why. I was wondering why it was like that. Public. That makes sense. That makes massive amount of sense. Why that was doing what it was doing.
Botrix said Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Okay. Let me grab Google. Put it over here.
Blitzy said hi.
Hey Blitz, what's going on? How you been? I hope you're having an awesome day. Coming into the stream. Okay. Take Fanny.
Nathaniel Davis said hello.
Hello. Hello.
Blitzy said nothing much. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just hold on. Why is it not? What the fuck? Oh, yeah.
Nathaniel Davis said cool drawing.
Yeah. Yep. Clips to your pink can go. Don't really need that right now. Delete. Okay.
Blitzy said hi, Nathaniel.
What brings you to the stream today, Blitz? Oh, it doesn't really see it. Alright, I guess that's not gonna work.
Nathaniel Davis said hi, Blitzo.
Chat box? That thing. Huh. Where would that be placed?
Nathaniel Davis said Blitzy sorry.
Okay.
Blitzy said the O is silent.
Oh, it's right there.
Nathaniel Davis said saluting face emoji.
Oh. Oh, just remove it. It's not really necessary.
Blitzy said
Okay.
where is Mushi?
No, we're on digital, so how are you guys see it if it's digital? Let's see here.
Students to create their
Alright. I don't think anyone cares about the...
Nathaniel Davis said I guess Mushi couldn't transfer to the real world.
Let's see here. You mean digital world? Okay, let me see here. Turn that off.
Blitzy said yeah lol.
Alright, so let's see what we can do with this character. I need to clean
Nathaniel
her up.
Davis said I meant digital world.
Okay. Now, today, we're going to be focusing on doing this VTubing model as we get stuff done for the auction. So I'm going to try to get her done as fast as possible. And then... Hold on. I'm going to switch out. Switch over here to here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now, since we have everything here, I'm going to hit this button. Put that there. Alright. So, I think that's fair. Now, let's see. Alright, so we're going to be doing reactions as we listen. So this is from Asmongold. For those who may or may not like him for whatever his opinions are. But he says here, this was 14 hours ago. So this was literally like yesterday. Pretty much. pretty recent. It says college kids are 100% cooked. I think what he's talking about is the fact that people are going out of college and getting very stupid degrees. That doesn't mean absolutely nothing. They waste a lot of money
Litzy
getting to
said,
school.
damn, that's a really good drawing.
So thank you. So what we're gonna do is listen to this, and he'll give his opinion, and we'll give ours while watching. So let's get this done.
Her own major.
What?
Check this out. This is a bunch of NYU students at their graduation. If you look at a girl like that, what did she learn in college? I don't know. At Penn State, she learned how to become a jihadist. Congratulations. There's a whole
Nathaniel
bunch of
Davis said, I just think he's
worthless
stinky, and I mean that
stuff
literally,
you can
that's it.
become if you become a college graduate these days. Check this out.
My name is Jacob, and my concentration is environmental science and sustainable business.
Hi, my name is Lex.
Nathaniel
and my
Davis said
concentration
think.
is the performance of self.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle.
Sticky.
What?
Hi, my name is Lex, and my concentration is the performance of self.
Okay, so you made that one up.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. My concentration is creative direction, production, and narrative through the arts, performance, and written word.
Hi, my name is Karina Gummis, and my
What kind of
concentration is in
what the performance of self? What is that a degree for? Is that like a very, very annoying term of saying what's the right term? It's like saying you are a motivational speaker or something? Or a life coach? Is that what that is? That's why I probably assume that what that means. You're a life coach. Just say that. You help people, focus on getting better at their lives or whatever. Is that right?
journalism and Latin American
That was-
studies,
okay.
with an emphasis in human rights, collective
What?
memory, and
Ah, we started off so strong. Everything was going so well.
political violence.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lee.
Political
and I
violence.
study-
Is this just like a daycare for Karens?
Yeah,
This
pretty
is
much.
like a Karen factory. I feel like this is
Nathaniel Davis asks, no human
this is
rights?
like discovering like a wasp's nest. It's like you keep getting stung by wasps. Like, where the fuck are these coming from? And you see it, it's like, oh shit, that's where they're coming from.
Nathaniel Davis asks, what's the context?
The context is that people are getting stupid degrees that don't mean absolutely nothing. Literally, most of these graduates are not going to be fucking... They'll be working at Starbucks very soon. Because most of these jobs don't mean anything. There's no real money in them. At all. They wasted a bunch of money going to school for self performance of self, whatever the fuck that means. That doesn't mean anything. It has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't make any money at all.
Sociology and environmental communication.
Hi, my name is Reed, and I study music business and gender
Adult
studies.
daycare.
Hi, my name is Dominique, and I
Why
study.
is it that every single one of these people's job, like these things, is all like bullshit? Why is it that none of them are like, my degree is in, like understanding how C++ can integrate with current and future AI systems and how to.
Nathaniel Davis said, I think
make
they're more like
sustainable
self-employed jobs,
programming in
TBH.
line with language
Self-employed.
models. Like, why is it that
If only it was that. If only it was that. But no, not even we're close. Self-employed. Man. Man. You're better off saying you're an influencer. I'm dead serious. You're better off saying you're an influencer than saying shit like this. Because you paid money for absolutely nothing. At least for an influencer, you can do it for free. And then hope for the best that you make some money. But like, imagine being in debt for something that doesn't exist. Oof. That's fucking great. That sucks. Damn. They're gonna be like thousands of dollars in debt, like 50,000 plus in debt for like no reason, and working at Starbucks and still living with their parents. Not because they didn't go to school, it's just the fact that they chose to go to school for careers that doesn't exist. Or they're pretty much like DEI careers if you think of it if you listen closely, they're DEI careers, and DEI is dead. So like, and then every company is like getting rid of every DEI pretty much division, if anything, from Disney all the way to Microsoft. So like, you're fucked from that point.
Nathaniel Davis said, NGL, I don't think you got to go to college for human right because of it involves studying law. You might as well studied law.
Yeah, might as well. You're better off. Yeah, you're better off studying law if you want to do that. Oh.
Ever in like accounting with like a focus on, you know, like, let me think of a good way to do accounting. Yeah, like international accounting, right? Yeah, it's always what I'm saying. It's always bullshit. It's always soft science bullshit.
Care politics with a minor in disability.
Care politics.
Care politics? What the fuck is that? There's politics of self-care? Care politics? What the fuck is that? If I have to question what that is in an annoying tone, you know your shit is bullshit. Not biology, not like he said AI technologies, nothing like that. Nothing physical you have to touch, just something that doesn't exist. Jesus Christ, bro. We're so
My name is Elliot Wright, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
This is crazy.
Art as a social mechanism. Art as a social mechanism. What does that mean, dude? Can someone explain to me what does that mean? Maybe I'm too stupid. I'm too dumb. I'm dumb as bricks. Please tell me. Tell me to my strange Western man brain, what the fuck does that mean? What is that? What does that mean? Oh my god. You know, like art and business or something. Like you're trying to get artists to make business decisions for their shit. Some weird mechanism. Mechanism usually means a contraption. Doesn't it mean some type of physical contraption? What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck?
This is adult daycare.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my concentration
Nathaniel
is
Davis
dramatic
said they're
writing
kinda
and
just
theatrical
adding words to
adaptation.
stuff to
My
make
name
it
is-
seem smart.
I
I
like to
think
read
they're
her
just
Twitter
combining
account.
the stuff they learned with whatever they
No,
are actually
Zoe
interested in,
Cano
and it
and
comes out stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, when you say it out loud, it sounds smart, but when you really question it, it sounds beyond dumb. It's beyond stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
My concentration is equilibrium or negotiated paradox.
Hi, my name is
Okay.
Sophie Lopez, and my concentration is titled Queering and Decolonizing Theater Practice.
Decolonizing computer practice. Wait. Decolonizing theater practice? Decolonizing theater practice? Bro, what is that? What? You're decolonizing what? Oh, these are theater kids who don't... Oh, no, bro. No. Theater practice? Bro, what is that? Theater practice. Theater decolonizing practice. Huh. Never heard of such things. That is weird.
Litzy said, bro, my head hurts. What are they even
Oh,
saying?
I don't know. Like this is not even a political thing. Doesn't even sound political. It just sounds stupid. It just sounds beyond stupid. It doesn't make any
Has said,
sense.
hi Blitz and Nate.
What is this? What is this? Can someone tell me what does this mean? What does this mean? It makes no
Nathaniel
sense.
Davis said, hi Mike.
Hey,
Litzy
Mike.
said, hi Mike.
Yeah, that makes no sense, bro.
Nathaniel Davis said, sound like she's going to war.
Decolonizing theater practice. I don't think that's something that you should say out loud to people. I'm just saying.
Oh my god. Oh god. No. I mean, you can clearly see where she's going with this, right? Because like theater is like derivative of Europeans, and you know, you can clearly see where it's going in that direction, right?
So
Like,
the degree is to annoy the shit out of white people. Is that what that is? Is that what that is? Decolonizing theater. So pretty much, we're just gonna annoy the shit out of white people and make them very scared of me because I might make a fucking problem.
I think it's more of saying something to seem smart, but it's not as deep as you think it'll come out.
I don't think so. I think it's literally made to scare white people. I think that's what that is. I think. Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, decolonizing... Huh. What does that mean?
Her degree is in discrimination? Yes.
There it is!
Wow. This is... Yeah, and this is what... This is what people's money is going towards. So, and I want you guys to see this. There's a lot of people that get degrees and stuff like this, and they can't find a job. I wonder why.
Yes. Hi, my name is Maya, and my concentration is journalism,
Okay.
post-colonial studies, and psychoanalysis. Hi, I'm
All right.
Okay.
W.
that
Okay, that's
sounds like something. Psychoanalysis means like some type of psychology degree. And you said journalism, which is a dead thing too, but like it's more of a job than like where the fuck that bitch said. I'm just saying, like that's gonna be gone because AI exists. So you don't really need a journalist. If anything.
Blitzy said, okay, finally a thing you can get a job in.
Somewhat. You can get a job in, like, I guess a psychologist.
Davis said, NGL, there are some people that have legit degrees but still can't get hired.
Yeah, but those are legit degrees. Now imagine the one that is made up. Like, maybe not that one, but the past one.
Mike has said might as well for philosophy.
Might as well. How do you make money in that? I guess you're teaching English? Is that what that is? Like, college English? Is that what that is? I know philosophy means, like, meaning of things, but, like, how do you make money off that? Like, outside of, like, education. Like, what, how do you make money off that? That's weird.
probably one of the best ones that we've had so far. That's good.
Hi, Luis. I'm graduating with a concentration in philosophy of science
Good.
and theater.
My name is
W. Great.
Amina, and my concentration is titled The Criminal Mind, which is surrounded on criminology and applied psychology.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Psychology and understanding the criminal mind is a very important thing. That's important. That makes it easy to catch the criminal. So yes, that's a good job.
Said these degrees are like me getting a degree in watching paint dry.
You're not wrong, but there's some legit ones in here. The first 6 was horrible. The last 3 was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're at least tangible. Tangible.
My concentration is international business and fashion through
W.
sustainable development. Yeah.
How you doing, college?
I mean, to be fair, some of those at the end were okay.
Drop out making mad cash in the real world. These people, everything has failed them. The systems have failed them. Their teachers have failed them. Their parents have failed them. All of those useless degrees, utterly useless degrees that they went to NYU for and went into debt. And then, of course, the
I think he's right about this, and it's something that people never talk about, is that whenever you put somebody in school for something like this for 4 years, and then they're not able to do something, because a lot of these people are taking on student debt, they're taking on loans, etc., in order to finance this education, and now they're stuck with effectively a Faustian pact with the U.S. government that can never be broken, and they're wage slaves and interest slaves for the rest of their lives. And really, I mean, these people, like, yes, they're obnoxious, annoying Karens, but they're also being capitalized on by
I think that's disrespectful to Karens. Karens are more of a Karen is more like a old lady to a certain degree age thing. These are young kids, so I'm gonna say they're not Karens. They're just very fucking annoying at theater kids. Majority of them, not all of them, but a good majority of them are theater kids. Very fucking annoying. They have nothing better to give. They like to say insane things. They like to argue and fight over the most. They like to argue for the sake of arguing. They don't even argue for the thing that they argue for. They just like to argue because they like to bring truth to power or some stupid shit like that or some fuck.
By people that are predatory, and I think that it's predatory to do this for people, and everybody has the right to do what they want to do, but at the same time, I think that you have to look at the ethics of this, and think about, is this really a good thing to be promoting whenever people know they're not going to be able to get a job like this, and then they're going to be stuck with all of this debt forever? I don't know. I find it to be problematic. I do. Like, maybe I'm the most empathetic streamer, so a lot of people, might not know that, but I am. In a way, I feel bad for them because they're being set up to fail.
Administration will somehow forgive their debt, which isn't even a real thing. You're just pushing the debt elsewhere. They are going to
Ultimately,
become
I blame their parents. I blame their parents for this. Because the parents should have known better to say, like, this doesn't make sense. How does that make money? And if it does make money, please show me. And where's the statistics, the numbers, whatever. Show me whatever reviews that you have that can prove to me that whatever I'm paying, because most of them are not paying for their stuff. They're usually through mom and dad, or maybe they got a scholarship, or a case may be. That's a possibility. Most of them are probably getting money from their parents. So if their parents are paying, they at least should ask their parent. And even if their parents are not paying, the parents should at least step in and say, look, hon, sweetie, bud, sport, whatever, I need you to tell me whatever you're getting into, is it make money? Because I don't want to wait 5, 4, 6, 7, 10 years from now and I have to give you money.
Like, how did their parents say, oh yeah, you can go and try and get a job in Unkaloni Sing Theatre?
Yes, that doesn't make any sense. That's madness. Like, sometimes you just gotta turn to your kid and say no.
Samurai said hi.
You gotta just turn to your kid or whoever you're with to say, this doesn't make any sense. I know you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. You're gonna get mad. You can call me a bunch of names, whatever case may be. But I have to tell you the truth. That shit sounds stupid. It doesn't sound real. It doesn't sound like it's long term or sustainable. You need, better yet, you can go for that same useless degree, but if you're gonna go for that degree, go for something else on the side just in case. Like, do the main thing and make this your side thing. I'm just saying, you don't have to even stop this. You just have to find a different major, please. Like, find something that in the next 10 years I don't have to give you money because you're down on your luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's madness. This is stupid.
At Starbucks, and they'll do that.
Well, they're probably gonna do that with robots soon. So I don't know about that.
For about 6 months, they will then tell you that Starbucks is part of the evil capitalist system. They will strap on a suicide bomb and they will blow up a bus. That's what the future is for these people.
Holy shit.
I don't know about the last part, but it really was a bit much. I've got to watch this. Who attacked us on 9/11?
Nathaniel Davis said there's so many simple jobs that are about to be replaced with iron shit ton of misinformation from my that I'm not sure many companies care about degrees. Blitzy said that last part was not necessary lol.
It really wasn't. Him saying that part was not a good idea. I don't think saying go on a bus and blowing up makes any sense.
Ryuga Samurai said hi Mike.
Bit much, but I'm pretty sure he's just trying to be outrageous. There was one particular video that I know that Asmongold did that I thought was really important. I stopped it halfway because I thought it was interesting because it really puts things in perspective on how things are going to go in the future. So I only went 7 minutes in, so I did see part of this. I usually do tell you guys if I've seen it or not. I seen 7 minutes out of the 25 minutes of this video. You guys tell me what you guys think of this video, because honestly,
Nathaniel Davis said wasn't alive at the time too.
I got you. But this particular subject is very, I would say, shocking. It's pretty much inevitable, but just seeing it in full time in the real world is crazy. But look at this.
Dunkin' Donuts workers strike. Oh boy, oh boy.
We are protesting the fact that they actually put a kiosk up in front of the Dunkin' Donuts to replace the cashiers that are there. You can see
it's coming.
Welcome to the future.
The writing on the wall for a reduction in workforce, and I think that's the thing that we're looking out for. They've already installed QR codes on the table, and we are worried that the next step is a tablet Next time
Yeah.
could even be a robot one day, and we need to be able to have a
It could be a robot. No, it will be a robot. Yeah. Flippy is inevitable.
Look at that. That's
Nathaniel
the
Davis said I would hate to work as a cashier.
yeah. Look at this.
Flippy.
That's the robot. That's going to be the robot that's going to be making your food from now on in the next 5 to 10 years. I'll probably even sooner than now. I'm pretty sure even sooner, right? In a way, I feel bad for these people, but in a way, I'm not at the same time, because these are the same people who will go activist on your ass if their pronouns are not confirmed or something like that. And I'm not just making that up
Foxy
or
said,
being
"Darby,
hyperbolic.
I need to do something."
They're gonna say this in a second. I'm gonna show you in a second, in the next 5 minutes. But
Nathaniel Davis said I want some soul in the food I eat.
but what the problem is with that is it's just, this is a good and bad thing. This is a good thing because, well, you don't have to worry about if the person who's making your food is disgusting, wash their hands, or they're having a bad day and they feel like giving you the M&M special. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're a famous individual who has political views that doesn't really make that doesn't really match up with theirs, and because they probably recognize you, they give you the M&M special. You don't want the M&M special, right? Especially if you didn't say or do anything, just because someone didn't like your hot take. And it doesn't have to be political. It could be about anime. There's people who takes things to a level that he doesn't meet. Like, you can say, I don't like this show, and because you don't like this show, that person will take it to a level where it doesn't need to go. It doesn't have to be political at all. It could be just a difference of interests. Yeah, right? Brian.
Samurai said not the M&M special.
Not the
and went on a
M&M
full laughing
special.
emoji.
You know what? The M&M
Nathaniel
special.
Davis said I like M&Ms.
Oh my
Cass said,
god.
I think it'll just be a blender, some tubes and a cup dispenser. I don't think a coffee making robot would be more of a machine with AI.
Well, it'll get rid of a lot of what that's gonna do is save a lot of people getting sick. Most likely, I think.
He is inevitable.
Plus, Flippy doesn't need to he doesn't need a day off. He can work on Christmas. He can work on 4th of July. He can work every day, any day. He doesn't have to worry, and he doesn't have to be on paid leave. You don't have to worry about Flippy saying anything online. You know what I'm saying? Or having a social life that leads to bad things. Flippy is always at work.
in the workplace. If we allow automation in, it's just going to take customer service, away. It's going to take.
That's the goal. Yeah. That's the point. Please work faster on it.
Service out of customer service, and that's not what people want.
They hate workers.
It's not what people want. Who decided that? I want it. I do.
They hate workers. I don't think that companies hate workers. They're a company. You know what I'm saying? Even I know this. Like, I hate that AI is taking over, the art space, but it's inevitable, right? And the only reason these people are doing it, not because they hate artists. They're just trying to make profit. They don't care about the artists, but they don't even dislike the artists. You're just a variable that you're just part of a variable that is inevitably going to be replaced or moved out of the way. They didn't just wake up one day and say, "I want to ruin very much every artist's lives." You know what I'm saying? But then again, you have to put that in perspective.
I think that working a service industry job like this is not a good use of a person's time. And I think that people could do something that's more fulfilling to them personally and to live out their existence in a way that's more fulfilling and more meaningful. I don't think working in a Dunkin' Donuts is that.
They hate us so much that they want to automate us away. They hate us.
They hate you. Why would they not hate you? They have to give you money. Why would they want to give you money? Do you want to give somebody money? There's a random person. Do you want to give that person money? Of course not. You want to just have it happen. What are you talking about?
us more than they love their profits.
They hate us more than they love their profits? No. They hate you because they love their profits.
I think what they need to understand when people make these statements saying they hate us because they want to make their profits, you have to realize they're not your fucking parents. These people who hired you isn't their parents. They're not your parent. The people who are supposed to love you is your direct family or relatives, not some entity that you work for. What the fuck? Stop saying they hate you. That's a waste of time. They're literally a soulless entity. The same person who's saying they hate us is the same people saying they like us when they're pushing their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's a weird thing.
This is the exact kind of person that I would imagine striking Dunkin' Donuts.
Correct.
I am an anarchist, so, like, yeah, I do believe that, like, hierarchies and, like, places of power, like, cause violence, and that's pretty much all they do.
You think that profit over people is going to last forever, or do you think that late-stage capitalism is just going to death spiral so hard that we have to ultimately kind of level the playing field and create a new society?
Well, some people have to get shot.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Gotcha. There it is. Yeah. This is why the pendulum is swinging the way it is. That right there is the reason why you're being automated out. That mindset right there is dangerous as fuck. This motherfucker sat here and says, hierarchies cause political violence. In the same breath, they said someone needs to be shot. Bro, what is this? Do you not hear yourself? The same people who claims that the people in the higher up cause violence is the same people who end up resorting to what? Violence. What the hell?
Nathaniel Davis said if all these simple jobs get taken by robots, I'm kind of worried what jobs people are gonna get starting out.
Well, they can't. See, the thing is about that is that they can't just replace everyone. They can't just, like, even if it's profitable for them to get every robot, they can't do that. Because if you get every robot to do every job, there's no one paying money to buy your products. There's not going to be a single person who can buy your Starbucks stuff. Like, let's just say every company right now, from Microsoft all the way to, like, Home Depot, like, literally hired a bunch of robots, whether in retail or manufacturing or everything under the sun. If every robot is automated from the cashier to the self-help to the checking to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a robot walking around with a Home Depot uniform on, who's buying these products if there's no one working? Think about it. Like, right now, you don't really need a bunch of construction guys to make construction. They're making houses out of pure, like, I think foam or some shit with a robot. And it takes, like, what, 24 hours to make a new house. You know what I'm saying?
Nathaniel Davis said yeah.
So the thing is, what's going to happen is a lot like what's going to happen, like, with DEI, in my opinion. You know how in DEI, the force was, like, half women, half men, and like 25%, like half it has to be women, half it have to be men, and then that 25% of those women that's half, it has to be someone of color, and then that other 25% have someone who's part of the LGBT, and then for men they have to be part of the LGBT and some type of varying type of what a man is, right?
Mike has said it's concrete. It's like a 3D construction printer.
Yeah, there you go. Like what Mike said, it's like a 3D construction printer, right? So what's going to happen is that, just like how they had, do you draw no, I don't. Just like what they have for, like they have for DEI, it's going to be indifferent. It's going to be in reverse. Instead of half this, it's going to be 25%, 50% robot, 50% humans. And not someone who's part of the LGBT or someone of color, someone who's a working individual, because we don't have time to do all that fuck shit anymore. This ain't 2015. We need to make profits. The robot's doing a better job, and I want to make sure that the humans are doing their job. So we have to still put the whip on these humans. So like, what's going to happen is you have to be as capable as the robot, not better than the robot, but capable as a robot. And if you're not holding up as a robot, we just drop you out. As almost like that's what's going to happen. So you're going to be competing with the robot than with your fellow man. I think that's what's going to happen. Because you can't make everything automated. Because no one's going to have a job and pay for your products that you're trying to sell. It defeats the whole purpose. You can't make profits. It's like the storyline for Fallout TV show. We blow up the entire Earth to make our profits go higher. How? How are you going to make profits if everyone's dead? Who's going to put money in the stock market if everyone's dead? You see what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. It's the dumbest thing in the world. So you can't make everything automated, but what's going to happen is going to be less humans. So for every...
Nathaniel Davis said they got to fix education. BCI is kind of ruining it.
Well, Mike
has said they'll still have a job because you still need someone to put in the rebar in the foundation and wind the wire in the rebar frames.
Correct. So like for instance, if we have 20 Starbucks employees, we're only going to need 5. For every Starbucks store, you're just going to need 5. You're not going to need 20, you're not going to need 40, you're not going to need 60 employees. You're going to just need 5 of them. Just to keep up quotas. It's just to keep up quotas, right? And let's put it this way as well. They might even just keep up quotas just to keep the unrest restful to a degree where they're saying, oh, they're taking all our jobs. And the company's like, no, you're not taking all your jobs. There's some few people still work here. We hired a few people. Some of them are gone, but we still got a few people here.
Developing news today.
But it's not you. People love saying stuff like that because they think it's never going to be them.
Correct.
Right? Like, everybody likes saying this kind of stuff because they assume that when this happens, it's all going to happen to somebody else or somebody else is going to have to do it. Yeah, that's always what it happens. Anarchists complaining about violence. Well, I mean, there's some countries, and the first thing in an anarchist society that happens is somebody takes it over and makes it non-anarchist. Like, you know...
Yeah, it's like those people who like to say,
maybe we can have
a non-conforming individual. That is the most dumbest thing that's ever been said. Because if you're non-conforming to the social norms that's going on in life, what's going to happen is you're just going to conform to non-conforming. So you're still conforming by non-conforming. Because most of those people who are non-conforming tells other people to non-conform, so you're conforming to non-conforming. So you're not leaving the box. You just went to a different box with a very slightly different name. That's all you did. You didn't really change anything. You're still conforming, just not in the way that right now the world is. So you can't never be a non-conforming individual. You're always conforming, even if you think you're not. You're still conforming in some form. Just stupid.
Have him or her, I don't know what it is, go over and join Joseph Kony's army. How about that? That sounds like a really good time.
Out of New York City, where the CEO of United Healthcare was shot and killed in broad daylight.
Yeah.
It's believed he was targeted, but it's unclear why.
I hope it's not me.
Yeah.
Did you know that every Thanksgiving...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Especially since most of them don't own guns. Yeah, I think that the mindset of that is it's so just not realistic. It's just not. I'm an anarchist, but not on some weird political shit. I just don't care about the laws. Oh, well, yeah, of course, right? But like that's not the same thing.
75.9 million Americans use airports like Phoenix Sky Harbor to travel to go see family elsewhere in the world. It's crazy, right? It's a big week. But guess what? There's a lot of beef right now at the airport. You know why?
Hundreds of restaurants and concession employees on strike, planning to
Are you
continue.
telling me about a fucking airport where you guys spend $18 to get a drink? You telling me they're striking over there?
Their protest tomorrow.
And because of this, restaurants and concessions will be shut down. The workers with HMS Host, a vendor operating many of the restaurants and coffee shops inside the terminal.
See, Flippy would never do that. He would never protest.
He's not wrong.
Flippy does not even have the word union programmed into his language model. He doesn't even know it exists. He'll work on Christmas. He doesn't care. He's happy. Flippy is pro-consumer. He is.
Say it's time for their demands to be met.
The workers say they want what most American workers want. That's the ability to keep food on their table and a roof over their heads.
Then think about that and stop thinking about trying to keep these shitty fucking jobs on life support. They're thinking about it from the complete wrong direction. If none of these people had to worry about...
said why would they protest at an airport? I would be pissed if I had to skip a meal just BC somebody got mad.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. At an airport of all places. Bro. No.
Like paying money. If like everybody just received... If you received the same amount of money every month, regardless of whether you went to this job or not, I bet 99% of these people would never go to the job.
He's not wrong.
So you don't care about the job. You don't give a fuck about the job. You care about the money.
Want better pay, healthcare, and retirement
exactly.
plans, especially after the pandemic.
It's just become very clear that we've gotten to a point where the things that we are asking for are falling on dead ears with the company, with HMS.
But it's because they're losing bargaining power too. The employees have no bargaining power anymore because all of the company executives know that they're just going to replace these people with robots soon. So who cares about what they think and who cares how they feel?
HMS Host paints a different picture, claiming it's offering 12% raises and better benefits. And in a statement, says the strike, quote, serves to hurt the traveling public and the HMS Host associates who continue to work during this difficult time.
So, we're going to go to a protest, specifically a Phoenix Sky Harbor food service anti-automation protest. We're going to meet up with some Dunkin' Donuts employees that...
There is nothing less valuable than unskilled, uneducated labor. It like, that's what a horse does. Those are the people that are going to get replaced as fast as possible. Low skill, no education labor. That's it. Bro, that's why I just told you. No, I'm just saying, right? Like, yeah. I can understand why they're fighting for their livelihood. No, I know, I get it. Like, I mean, it's easy to understand why they're doing it. Yeah, of course.
May or may not be being replaced by robots in the near future. And we want to ask some of the employees about how they feel robots pose an existential threat to the American working class.
My name is Winona Rue, and I work at the Dunkin' Donuts in Terminal 4. Okay. There's 2 kiosks, like, at the front. No.
Oh, you think this person is a very nice person. You think this person, it might be a nice person, I'm pretty sure. But you think this person is always nice? I'm pretty sure this person has their days where they're just being a total, asshat to people. If you can say people need to be shot, I'm pretty sure you probably believe that to a degree where you're having a bad day at the store. You probably give M&M specials to a degree. I'm pretty sure this person has done this at some point. Because if you are quick to say on camera, while still...
said, bro, this robot shit is exactly what people thought was going to happen.
Yeah, it's exactly what's going to happen. But when you think of it in this sense, stop and think to yourself. Yeah, it sucks that you're losing your job. No one deserves to lose their job, especially if they didn't do anything. But when you have that mindset and saying it on literal camera for future employers, if you leave Starbucks to go work someone else and you say they need to be shot, you think you're going to get hired? If anything, you just prove the reason why I need to get this robot lickety split. I'm just saying. Think to yourself on that. Would you hire a person like this? Fuck no, I would not. It could be my own goddamn mom. If she said that shit, I will fire her so fast. I will fire her punk ass so fast. Like, no, what the fuck? No, that's not the right mindset, sweetie. You can't be saying shit like this.
No one really uses them, but the way it works really sucks, and it's like less efficient.
I love how they're playing this music as if this is some like 70s like sci-fi movie. Oh my god, there's a kiosk, and then you have to go in there and you have to click on the buttons, and then it's like, oh my fucking god.
Than just going up and ordering.
They don't even put the work into the kiosks that they need to have them operate properly, if at all.
It's making our job harder because there's all kinds of stuff in the system that we don't have, or that we do have that's not available, and the prices are wrong, and it just makes our job.
This woman.
She says that like that's like a change in like the argument. Okay. The price is a little bit wrong, fine, and then the kiosk is showing things that they don't have at the store, fine, but those are things that could be literally changed with a programmable switch, and just some stockpiling of like items. They just need to stockpile back in. Like, that's not like something to say as if that's like a argument against whatever's going on. That's not a. If anything, that's just a physical problem and a programming problem that can be like fixed within 24 hours or less. Like, what are you saying? That's not a win.
Davis said BRB.
That is not a win on your behalf. Okay, that's not a win on your behalf. That, if anything, that just makes it much more apparent for just to do a little more maintenance on the robot, so it'll be more efficient in the future. So,
bringing up a really great point, and I think that what she's saying is completely accurate. She's saying that the on-hand demand for different items isn't accurate in the kiosk, and I think that she's 100% right in what she's saying. Completely accurate and actually misleading. Yeah, it's a logistics issue. Yeah, it is.
So much harder
She's right.
than just actually going to the table and talking to people ourselves.
They'll send an order through on the kiosk, and it'll just silently pop up on our screen. So we won't even, unless we're actively looking at it, we're not going to know about it. We're just sit around like wondering why there's people in the lobby, and we're like, oh, there's a order. Yeah, it's really not efficient.
They're down more often than they are usable. They are not connected to any of our computers at Dunkin' Donuts, so we have no idea what anybody orders. And then they'll come up to us all angry with a receipt.
I have a roofing company. You work at Dunkin' Donuts. Who the fuck is being angry?
this is a technical problem that could be pretty much fixed with a little maintenance and training. I'm just being honest. This is not a. I don't think this is an argument, much of an argument. These are technical problems that can be fixed with a little bit of training and maintenance. I don't see the win in this argument at all.
$350,000 last year. I'm fucking ignorant.
It's frustrating on both.
Just go lay down, fat ass. Go lay. What a fat boy. What's he doing? What's he getting mad for? He needs to lay down.
Both ends. It's like, why is that even there?
The thing is that Flippy, you know what Flippy would say? I'm sorry, dear customer. I love you. I will fix your order right now immediately. And that's it. Yeah, it won't be an issue. Nobody needs to get harassed.
I think they're just trying to squeeze every penny they can out of the entire experience, and to allow people to do it themselves just makes it.
Yeah, what the fuck do you expect, bro? Like, what? You're saying the very thing that you know the plan, but you're pretending like you don't know the plan.
To Costco, I love you.
Costco, I love you. Like, when I hear the "I love you" part, I think of like Patrick. I'm thinking of Patrick. He's like, hello? I love you. Dead in your face. Oh my god.
And easier for the company.
Do you feel like you...
Well, if it makes it easier for the company and it makes it easier for the customer, then does the company serve customers or does it serve its employees? It serves customers. If it serves its employees over its customers, it no longer is a company because it's going to go out of business. Like, these people, again, are just completely fucking delusional.
The problem is they've been babied for so long, since 2014 and up, that they think they need to be protected at all costs. That's the problem. That's just the harsh reality of life. When something better comes along, it might take your job. It might replace you any which way. That's just like the AI thing with the art stuff. It's just a sad fact. Is it good? No. But then again, that's just how life is.
Enjoy your job?
No, I've worked customer service for 5 years. I don't enjoy this. I'm here for
Exactly.
You just froze it. You froze it. You froze it. You stupid. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. You're stupid. You just said you're fighting for a job you don't enjoy, and you also said people need to be violently put in their place, but also don't like hierarchies because it causes violence, and you're an anarchist. What? Bro, what is it? Which one do you want? Do you want the job or you don't? You say you hate the job, but you want the job. Oh my god. Which one is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, you don't care. You don't give a shit about this. You just want the money.
Profitable for them to like agree to this contract, because they're really suffering now that we're out like demonstrating like this during Thanksgiving.
This is the busiest travel time in the whole year, and we have to make a disruption in order for them to listen to us and for them to know that we're serious.
There you go. Something that they have been cultivated to learn for the last 15 years, that to get my way, I have to be as annoying as possible. Yeah, that's not going to work anymore, hon. Actually, the fact that you just said that, again, pushes the idea why you're going to get replaced. That right there is the issue.
They're gonna speed up those kiosks. They're going to improve the kiosks a lot.
What kind of existential threat do you think automation poses to the workforce?
People want human interactions as much as people want to say that, AI and automation is...
No, they do not. No, they do not. Let's just call it for what it is. People do not want the human reaction when getting food. Because most people are too busy to care about the customer, or too busy to care about the cashier who's giving them food. They just got their money, they walk up, they make their order, they say that, and then give you whatever they need so they can just wait and get their latte or whatever the fuck. They do not care about the experience. Like, if that was the case, if people care about the experience, a lot of people want to use AI. Because it affects artists. But because it's a click on a button and you're not really dealing with a human being in the first place, that makes it even more easier. Now imagine getting rid of the human being that is annoying, that might spit in your food because you said something to them wrong, or they have a bad day, or they just feel like putting some pubic hair on your food, in your salad. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, man. And I tell you something, some of you are brave as fuck to talk crazy to people who handles your food. I'm talking to you, the customer specifically. I'm not even talking to the employee. I'm talking to y'all who make a big fuss at like restaurants and shit. Especially your local restaurants. That shit is crazy. Hey, Christina. That shit is crazy. Because I would, like, one thing I learned, never talk crazy to like an employee who handles your food. Because God knows what they'll do to it in the back when you piss them off. You're at their mercy at that point. You can say how much they'll make them lose their job, they want the manager, this and the third. And especially if it's like a local place you go to a lot, they're going to remember you. And they're going to tell their little friends who they work with not to serve you with good service. Or either they'll give you a horrible service, or they'll just give you the M&M special. One of those three things are going to happen. That's the part I never understand. I know someone personally who makes it very difficult for employees to want to serve them. And I think to myself, there's no way they didn't spit in your food. There's no way they did not spit in your food. Come on. Right? Like, I swear, waitresses or waiters are so fucking dang sensitive. Yeah, they're sensitive like that. And usually they're young people, so they're not thinking, like, too long term. You know what I'm saying? They're not like an old person who understands. It's like a very young person who's like teenager or mid or 20s, mid 20s, or even late 20s. Probably in early 30s. Bro, I'm telling you, I wouldn't do that. I just would stay away, clear from that as best as possible, but, you know.
Is the way people that come through the airport, they don't want to continue to serve themselves. You know, they want to sit down and relax and not have to think about everything and allow somebody to take care of them.
As a server,
No,
I don't want to
not
be
really.
relegated to a glorified food runner at the end of the day where, you know,
I don't think that there's a lot of, like, a glorified food runner. Like, we've got a lot of, like, I mean, this is, like, some fucking friendly fire here. You're not any better than a food runner. You're working at Dunkin' Donuts. And if you were a doctor, you wouldn't be any better than a food runner. What is this? It's just...
the customer is doing my job, and that's not part of the experience that we want when we go out to eat. We actually want to be served.
We're emotional support humans for people that
She's
come
full
through
of
here.
Shit. No, she doesn't. I don't want to be served by no fucking human. Let's just call it for what it is. I'm being that guy. I don't give a fuck if it's from a robot or a human, but if I had to choose a robot and a human, I'm picking a fucking robot. I'm just gonna pick the robot. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Not because I hate humans or workers or like that stupid shit. It just feels safer. Real, like they are lying, like a dead. Yeah, they're lying. No one wants to be served by a human. These are the same people who will say they're introverts and don't like talking to people. They're such introverts because that sounds so more interesting than being an extrovert. And they say they don't like talking to people. They don't have friends. They don't go out that much.
Sometimes, but I do like that I get to have a lot of interactions with a lot of really cool people.
I mean, part of the best part of my day is getting to talk with a guest.
Bullshit. If you're in customer service, nothing but hell on earth. It's hell on earth. I know, because my sister's is the cashier. Like, if she had to pick between dealing with a robot customer, she would. If a robot came in and got the order for their human master, she'd rather deal with a robot customer than a human customer.
Ryuga Samurai said sounds like an introvert's dream.
Right? That shit's wild to me, dude. She's full of shit. They're all full of shit. I know they're just trying to protect their job. I get that. I'm not even gonna play like I'm trying to be that guy. But like, honestly, when she said that, I know she's full of shit. Because every person who's worked in retail or customer service hate that job. Because you have to deal with stupid people, especially old stupid people, who are very unreasonable, especially when they say they're asking for something. You tell them you don't have it, and they think you're lying, or they think they know the job better than you, and then they tell you what to do at your job.
Mike has said there's going to be a day where going to a human-run restaurant would be seen as a pretentious thing to do.
Right? That's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a pretentious thing to do. That's gonna be a thing. That's traditional. That's gonna be considered traditional ways, bro. Having traditional workplace, like having human-run places. You know how they have like black-owned or like Asian-owned or woman-owned? Next thing in the next 10, 15 years or even 40 years from now, it's gonna be called human-owned. That's traditional ways, bro. It's a human-owned store. No robots, whatever. It's like, what? What? That's crazy. Only humans? What? That's going to be the new thing. Right? Remember, like 25 years ago, in 2005, when you was into anime, you was alone. 20 years later, in 2025, if you hate anime, you're fucking alone. Now imagine, it's robots now. It's like, whoa, robots. That's so weird. I don't want to do that. I'd rather deal with humans. 40 years later, someone's gonna say, I'm gonna start a business and only human run. They're gonna say, whoa, human run? What the fuck? You're doing traditional ways, bro? You're crazy. I can never live without my robot serving me. I'm dead serious. That conversation's gonna be real one day. If we don't blow ourselves to kingdom come in like nuclear war, but like Jesus Christ, that is coming. The only robot that creep me out are those superhuman realistic robots that are so like I think those are gonna get replaced soon with like more of a holographic type robot. When we get more does it spring lock? I don't know what that means. Like we get more into like holographic like robots like you see like how we have like I know it's just Overwatch, but I think we are really trying to make hard light technology. And you know, like Echo, for those who know what Overwatch is, I think that's what the humans are gonna look like. Robots in the 40 or 50 years are gonna look like. They're gonna look like Echo with the face, but they're using like hard light to reflect, so that they can like look more human instead of using a robot that moves really weird. You know what I'm saying? It has animations and stuff that you can it doesn't make you feel creeped out or whatever the case may be. I think that's what's gonna happen. Let me see. Maybe, but I can imagine humans walking through a holographic AI robot in the future. I can see that. I can see that. And watch, and like we're gonna like how we have like LGBT movements and stuff. The LGBT movements and all that stuff, it's going to be such a normal thing to the point that like, okay, so let's put it this way. Being like, how like in the 90s, 80s, 90s and thing, when if you was gay, you was ostracized. Now, being gay will be normal as being like straight, right? So normal is like straight, right? It's not even like different. So being trans would be like that being gay, right? In the next 20, 40 years. And now the new thing, it won't be that. The new thing will be not the sexual revolution. It will be like the cyber revolution, where new people, like if you've seen like Cyberpunk 2021 or 2027, where the new thing is cybernetic people are going to be the new oppressed individuals. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like people who get like prosthetics, people who purposely cut their own arm off to like have robot arms. Those are going to be the types of saying, I'm being discriminated against because they don't like my robot arm or some stupid shit. Those are going to be the new victims in the next 20 years. I've heard people try to hush it or completely ignore it entirely, but what disturbs me now is it considered the norm. Me personally, I refuse to accept it because I don't support it. I understand. I get it. But like that's the thing. That's going to be the new thing. What's considered oppressive now will be so normalized that the new oppressive individual will be the cybernetic individual. The person who use biological technologies to change their bodies and then say, I'm being discriminated against. It's happening right now. They're using like CRISPR and stuff to like change their bodies and doing biometric engineering and all that stuff. Like I think it's called biohacking or whatever the fuck it's called. That's going to be happening soon, where people are going to be changing their DNA and everything under the sun. Kind of like if you ever watch Batman Beyond, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like in the future, people are using like genetic splicing of like animal DNA and stuff. You guys might know what I'm talking about. There's going to be a day where we're going to have... Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's going to be the real furries are going to be real. We're going to have genetic cat girls in the future, and they're going to be the new oppressive individuals. We're going to have... The 3 new victims will be cybernetic people, or cyborgs, or whatever you want to call them. Or, not androids, but like straight up cyborgs. And then we're going to have furry, spliced human beings, and then people who like to genetically modify themselves. Those are going to be like the new tattoos. That's going to be the new tramp stamps. That's going to be the new any type of, if I can make it be a discrimination, I can types. Those are going to be the new peoples. I'm telling you.
Get to know them, see why they're traveling, where they're going to, joking around. Like, that's what people come into a full service experience for. If they didn't want that, they would just go and grab a sandwich and go sit by the gate. So I feel like they're
reason why you go to Dunkin' Donuts is because the food's better. Like, if I could push a button and get the food, I would do that.
Straight up.
That's me personally. I'm sure some people feel the way that she does, but I'm not one of them. And so I'm just speaking from my own experience.
that away in the name of profit.
Yo, what's up? Los Angeles, California, 9:30 a.m. I just went inside that Dunkin' Donuts right there, and I'm not gonna lie, there was in fact a kiosk. There was no human interaction happening. You had a counter dividing two classes of people, the working class and the consumer class, with no cross-verbal traffic at all. It was solitary.
That's beautiful.
You don't want them to talk to the customer.
Bro, that's beautiful. You don't have to get your day ruined by some customer. There's no verbal traffic amongst me and you.
If it's like donut, I'll just press a button, but if it's like a dinner, I'll want a human.
They do have robots going serving people at thing in Japan, but I don't know if that's something you want. I think you know what, just to keep the experience not away, because I know people are gonna still want humans somewhere down the line. They should give you an option. Like if you're gonna go sit down and eat at the place, you can ask for either human or robot. You should, like, you know how they have like those little, it's kind of more futuristic now, where you can press a button from where you are sitting. They should give you an option. Do you want Android or you want human? And you can pick what type of waiter do you want, the robot or the human. And if there's too many robots being used, you can only get the human. Right? I think that's fair, right? That's fair for everyone, right? I feel like that's fair. If we're gonna keep humans in, if we're gonna keep humans in check into this industry, at least make it easy for everyone to make the choices that they want, so no one's being attacked for it. So like, there you go. So if you want a human to serve you, perfectly fine. I don't think anything wrong with it. It's up to you. If you want someone to hold your food and stuff, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want something else, that'll be perfectly fine as well.
Customers, you don't want them to do anything.
Somewhat awkward. Probably bad for the employees because they're understimulated, I think.
Yeah.
But for me, I honestly kind of enjoyed it. Got to walk in there, headphones in, didn't have to talk to anybody about anything going on. And now look at it. I have a perfect oat milk infused 16-ounce Dunkin' Donuts coffee in my hand.
You know, I've never drank a cup of coffee in my entire life. I really mean that. Not even once.
I'm sorry, I can't drink coffee. Coffee makes me gives me the runs. I can't do it. My girlfriend loves fucking coffee. I can't drink that shit. That shit makes me go to the fucking bathroom. It just does not agree with me. Just coffee specifically. I just don't know why. I just don't.
Never. I have Dr. Pepper. Why would I need that?
But that's not why I'm out here filming this. What if I told you there's a service that we use before we go into the field
missing out?
to see how the mainstream media is covering both sides of the issue? Well, that's true. And that service is called Ground News. It's a dope-ass news aggregate that every single day compiles thousands of articles and ranks them from left to right with their bias comparison tool. So you can break out of your echo chamber and figure out what the heck is really going on. They also have a dope-ass tool called Blind Spot that allows you to see stories not being covered by the left or the right. Full disclaimer, Ground News does cost money, as it should.
So
it's the best in the business, and the only tool that I can think of today on the market that can snatch you out of that nasty echo chamber that so many people find themselves stuck inside. Here's an example. Let's use the topic of worker strikes for an example. So I have Ground News up on my phone right now, and it says a couple weeks ago in Canada post workers went on strike to protect their pensions, disrupting the flow of mail across the whole country. Using Ground News, you can see that 61% of the coverage is left-leaning, 21% to the center, and just 18% to the right. On the left, you can see Jacobin, who described this as a fight for the future of public
seems pretty
services,
good, actually.
and interviews union leaders about potential scabs crossing the picket line. And on the right, you can see the Epoch Times, who've penned an article called what to do about your Christmas mailing needs as the Canada Post strike looms, focusing instead on the potential inconveniences that are going to be faced by holiday shoppers and consumers. Yep. So both angles contain pretty interesting information and show us how the public is reacting at large. Ground News also has a dope-ass tool called Switch Editions.
I just look on Twitter and I read the first top comment, and I'm like, yeah, true.
You to pivot from
that's about it.
And then that's the problem right there. I have that problem with Twitch. Twitch, like, that's the problem I have with Twitch. It's just like, if you try to go down the rabbit hole of who's playing what, it's only the top people you're going to watch. It's the first, like, 5 or 10 people that's at the top. You're not going to go all the way down. I think that's a weird way of, like, getting people to watch other people's streams. I know this is not technically about Twitch, but if you put it in that sense, the way he put it, that's a perfect example of this. I don't think the top-down type thing works. I think that needs to be changed. So, like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's weird to, like, make that work for everyone to be seen for the person who's, like, really big compared to someone who's small. I'm pretty sure there's a way, but, like, I don't think the way Twitch does things with the whole, like, the top-down, whoever's the highest is being watched. If anything, they should, I don't know, should they mix it up? If they should mix it up, like, put random set of people at the top and random set at the bottom.
Or even switch countries. And guess
That's
what?
it.
For a limited time only,
It works
you
real
can get
well.
a special discount with my link on the Vantage subscription, bringing the cost down to $5 a month. That's www.ground.news/channel5. www.ground.news/channel5. All right, guys, back to the streets.
Despite the strong sentiments of
I think that there is a real big demand for a news place that gives unbiased information. But the problem is that I think in giving unbiased information, people will think that it's biased because it doesn't reinforce their biases. It's something that everybody needs, but nobody actually wants. I don't know. Maybe it's a black pill perspective. That's what I think.
Protesters, many Thanksgiving travelers are not opposed to AI and enjoy automated kiosks for their convenience, among other things.
What do you think about automation and AI?
I think it's a great idea.
The fact, bro, you got this guy right here. This is a boomer. That's a real boomer right there. If this guy is okay with AI and he's okay with automation, that's the fucking future. If they already got this guy on board, that's it.
It just seems to make it much more swift. Some of these, it just makes traveling so much easier. We thought it was pretty neat, you know.
Over here, they're protesting, saying that it's going to kind of take away jobs and stuff. What do you think about that?
Well, you can always look at it two ways, I think, because you're creating jobs on the other side, too. You know, someone's got to build the robots, someone's got to maintenance them, someone has to put the food...
Do you think the retards that work at Dunkin' Donuts are just going to go and change from being a fucking service employee bot to being a robotics engineer? Absolutely not. Like, I'm just going to be honest here, okay? I know I sound like an asshole for saying this, but, like, it's just not going to happen. It's not. Why not? Because they're stupid. They're stupid. That's the reason why. They're not going to figure it out. That's why. Like, I know people might not want to admit it. Everybody has a different height. It doesn't matter how hard you try. If you're 5 feet tall, you probably can't be 6 feet tall, you know? That's it.
Food on it somehow. It's back and forth. You know, you might lose one here, but you're going to gain another one here, I feel.
How do you feel about QR?
I disagree with that. But, I mean, again, it is funny to see interactions between, like, average people that just have, like, very normal, like, you know, well-intentioned beliefs that aren't, like, super radicalized. You know, they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, I can see where they're coming from. Sure. I mean, hopefully it adds jobs in the other way so they can do something else. Yeah, just normies.
Barcode menus.
Kind of bland to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mid, below grade.
Do you feel like automation poses an existential threat to the American working class?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Do you feel like automation
Oh
poses
my
an
god!
existential threat to
Oh
the
my
American
god!
working
Oh my
class?
god, dude! There's a camera in front of you! Come on! That pissed me off! No, fuck him! I can't! That just made me mad! Are you serious right now? This, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm crashing out. That made me mad. I can't, dude. Like, what? Dude, you had one question. Where are you? Oh my god. This is how... We are so fucked. We are fucked. And they left that in there, too. They left that part in there, too. They edited... That edited him saying that, but they edited and left that part in there. They didn't need to put that part in there, just make him look dense. Like, why did they do that? You guys are wild.
Ryu the Samurai said lol.
That shit pissed me off so fast. I'm like, bro, this is exactly how I look at Rakai.
Has said camera, mic and making eye contact with the interviewer. I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Bro, this is exactly how I see Rakai. I see Kai, Rakai, and Speed in them. Well, not really Kai and Speed, because they, you know what I'm saying? But, like, newcomers like Rakai, like, that's how I see, like, you stupid, stupid ass. Why are you so dumb? Why are you like this? This is wild, dude. Like, okay, Jesse's here. So, like, we're talking, okay, so the premise of today's video while I do the PNG model is that this guy, and we're watching Asmongold, and Asmongold's doing a video on people talking about if AI is a good thing, if robots taking people's jobs is a good thing in the what do you call it, the retail space or customer service, like in Starbucks or whatever the fuck. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I really have no issue with this, because those people don't really care about those jobs. They're just doing it because it's the only job they have. And I get it. But, like, the future's coming, whether you like it or not. Like, it's like being an artist. Like what I'm doing. It can be taken, like, tomorrow. Which pretty much is. But, like, I'm not going to make a big fucking deal about it. Because it makes no sense to whine and stuff like that. It's like, I remember my mod was doing this thing where she said she looked for a new website so she can, like, post her stuff so they don't do AI, like, training on it. I'm like, it makes no sense to even go down that route anymore. Because at first, it was a good idea, but when you think about it, since everyone's using AI all the time, you can't outrun it. It's eventually going to be everywhere to the point that you have no choice but to use it, right? Because industries are going to be using it, everyone's going to be using it. It defeats all the purpose to just try to avoid it. You're just running from like the inevitable, right? That's how I kind of look at it. Is that good? Maybe not, but that's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of those things you have to just come to terms with. It's like death. You know what I'm saying? So the dude's asking, the interviewer guy that Asmongold's watching is asking people around how they feel. So he asks a boomer this question, and the boomer answered the question just fine. He thinks there's nothing wrong with it per se. It makes it easier for people to just get their coffee, or the case may be, or whatever. And then he came up to this dude right here on the screen and asked them a similar question. And instead of the dude, like, being self-aware or being aware of himself, he said he's not paying attention. He was just answering, so he was not even paying attention. So the answer he gave probably was not even legitimate. And I just sit here and think to myself, you're a fucking young man. How dare you with the fucking nose piercing? Jesus Christ, dude. This is exactly why this shit is happening. And I'm like, it's not because he wasn't paying attention. It's just a bunch of other things. Variables of why people don't want to deal with this. Because young people are just not very, like, aware. Or if they are aware, they're not really putting the effort to better their situation. They just want to stay where they are because it seems safe. This is why someone earlier in the video said something about, oh, companies don't care about us. This, that, and the third. They hate us. You know what I'm saying? And you think to yourself, they don't hate you. They just want to make money. That's the whole point of a business. They don't have to care about anyone. That's not their job. Their job, the people who would care about you and love you is probably your parents. And if they don't love you, well, tough shit. And you can't pick your parents. That's just sad sack of that too. You can't pick your parents if they don't love you for whatever reason. Whatever love you didn't get from your parents, that sucks. But it is what it is. But you know, and then that same person said they don't care about them, to try and get rid of us. And then the person asked the question, do you think that this is going to last long, or we have to change like hierarchies and this and a third? The person said that they're anarchists and they're not for hierarchies because it causes political violence. And then like a second after they said that, the dude asked them something around the lines of, do you think we should change stuff in society? And the person said with their response saying, they look like a they, them. They said something around the lines of, someone needs to be shot. I'm like, that is exactly why you need to be replaced. You can't win. You can't win. Modern world is evolving and you don't have to deal with it. It's sad, but it doesn't mean you can stop, because eventually artists will rise up again. I don't even think it's like a rise up thing. What's going to happen? It's going to balance itself out one way or another. I always said this. If you're going to be an artist and you're worried about it taking your job, stop worrying about doing it as a job. Do it like a side hobby that can be into a business, right? You can do that. You can still sell stickers. It's going to take some doing on your behalf. It's going to suck, but you're going to be more of your own boss than you being told by some boss to be told what to do, right? And then what's going to happen is, right now, what we're witnessing with all these AI stuff, it's just a test. This is all a test for them to see what they can, get away with, what they can do, what it can and cannot do, right? We're testing it, and some people are paying for testing it, right? And when it gets to the point where they know what it's capable of, and the laws goes through, because eventually there's going to be some form of laws that's going to prevent most of this from happening the way it's going. They're just waiting on regulation to come in, and then once that regulation comes in, what's going to happen is that what was $25 a month to use your AI, to use the AI software, it's going to be like $100, $200, $300 a month, because it's just that good and just that convenient to use that you have to pay premium top dollar. Remember, most people are paying for Netflix with premium and still getting ads. Right? So why do you think, in a way, you don't think they're going to up the price on the AI thing that's being used every single day by people who's uploading videos of Michael Jackson stealing Krispy Kreme donuts and dancing? Come on, bro. That's going to be $300 per month. To the point that it's going to be so expensive that you have to use artists again. So it's going to fix itself one way or another. Yeah, they don't really care. I mean, if I can make money more quicker and easier, I'll do it. It's just human nature. Convenience is the enemy of what? Of hard work, I think. I can say that. Like, convenience is the enemy of hard work. Because if I conveniently make it easy for me to do my job, why wouldn't you take it? These same people who are complaining about they're going to take our jobs are the same people, if they can work from home, they will take it. A little side hustle, right? Like, you can do a side hustle, like sell stickers, you can still do commissions, you can do all those other things, right? And then you can be your own boss from that point. You can still have to work at your 9 to 5, and then when you start making enough money, like any YouTuber, when you start making enough money that you can say, I can make this much next month without no question, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? Then you're pretty much good at that point. You can quit your Starbucks job and work as an artist full time. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. And what people don't realize is, people don't care if it comes from a human or it comes from a robot. People just don't care. They care about convenience and just quality of work. That's it. They don't care where it's coming from. They don't care if it's made from China. They don't care if it's made from America. If it does its job and it gives you the whatever dopamine you need, that's all that matters, right? Michael Jackson stealing donuts. That's the example of AI. Yeah, that's right now happening. There's a video of Michael Jackson dancing, stealing Krispy Kreme donuts. Dancing and shit like that. It's just funny.
No, not at all. If you work your ass off, if you work hard, then no, you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Frankly, there's a lot of young kids right now who don't.
I mean, you gotta respect it. Hey, you gotta that's a good answer.
Want to work, and it's not that I want to automatically replace them, but I don't think it'll ever be like when I grew up.
feel like
Yeah,
nowadays, because
obviously.
of TikTok and stuff, all the kids want to be YouTubers and dancers and rappers.
Bro,
They-
he's playing them. Oh yeah, here we go. And you can see them smiling like, oh yeah, kids now they're so stupid. Yeah.
don't want to
He's
like
farming.
be
He
engineers
is.
and scientists and doctors anymore, and definitely not soldiers.
And definitely not carpenters or plumbers or whatever, which to me right now, I wish I was starting a job. I wouldn't mind starting out at $50 an hour. I think the kids, male, female, it doesn't make any difference. I have the sense of not wanting a real job. Just, I want to just kind of do what I want. And they expect...
Jesus, $50? Yeah. I mean, I bet if you, I bet that's probably, how much you make as a lineman? I bet you probably make pretty close to that. $60? Yeah. Now, you could die. That's bad. But other than that, yeah, you make a lot of money.
$20, $30 an hour to start. They want a new house
bad.
right away. They want a new car, a new boat, a new Sea-Doo, whatever it is. And it's like, give me a break, dude,
Yeah. Are you pro-capitalism?
Yeah, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck isn't? I'm saying it's the free market, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not
better than
perfect, but
everything else we got, like
everyone
being shoved
sucks.
in our face, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll take capitalism.
You optimistic about the future of American capitalism?
About that specifically, I'm not optimistic about that if it keeps continuing, no.
Oh my god, fuck you.
Well, because it's hard to live. I mean, I live in a studio, converted from a garage, two blocks down from my landlord's McMansion. Like that's how I live.
Yes, you are a serf. You are a peasant. You just don't know it yet. That's right.
That's pretty much, give or take, how I've been living for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting a taste of the real world for like years. So like I don't know, like why do these people have to? Why do these people deserve anything better than what I have?
For sure.
Because they work their ass off. They work their fucking ass off. I'm pretty sure you're working your ass off in your own way, but it's not good enough. That's just how it is. I know that sounds harsh, but when you really think about it, like my goodest standard is not good enough. So like me doing this is good to some people, but it's not good to most. This is not worth whatever money that someone will pay for. Someone might pay $200, someone might pay $50, someone might pay $5. But if it's not equivalent to something that they can make or they can like get someone else to do better, then it's not good enough. That's just the gist of things. I know that sucks and it sounds harsh, but it's true. Let's just be facing reality for what it is. Your good enough is never good enough. Always think of it that way. Your good enough is never good enough. So it's your job to be as perfect as possible, even if you will never achieve it. If I work my ass off to death and get paid less than I want, then I need to find something. But yeah, you gotta find something better. If you're working twice as hard and you're making less than someone else, you have to either do something different or leave. Of the same job. Either leave or do something different.
About deserve, bro. Like, what are you thinking about deserve? You thinking about deserve? Oh.
Mike has said, I wish to no longer
Here we
be
go.
Esquire and become a knight myself. But the Lord of
Here
the
we
Land
go.
demands tribute to live in said
Yeah.
cottage.
The Lord of
Yeah. What are your passions outside of?
I like how you said that. I think
mean,
there's a solution to all
I
of
do
this.
art, I guess.
Generative
Yeah.
AI. Maybe.
What kind of art?
I draw, I guess. Yeah.
That's cool.
What
Do you ever think about
what do
like
you draw?
after this going into illustration?
But what do you draw though? What
I swear
would
to
you?
God.
What,
if they draw furry shit.
Like that.
No, that's fucking insane.
Wait,
because
what?
like even
Going into illustration or something like that.
no, that's
That's cool. Do you ever think about like after this going into illustration or something like that?
No, that's fucking insane, because like even in our current society we have as much, you know, like
The fucking like fucking the our society, the fucking
I'm not gonna have the opportunity, no.
Well, shit, you never know.
No.
Is there a possibility of
You never
promotion in the Dunkin' Donuts corporate apparatus?
Well, I don't know why I'd want to do that. Then I would lose union protections.
Channel 5 Live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine. Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News. Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.
You know what I think happened? Is that as soon as Andrew asked about like going into illustration,
I know for a fact that furries got money. They send you with me. I don't know why. I know they got money. And they usually work in the tech industry for some odd reason. I know you furries got money. You guys just don't want to give it. And I know what you want. I know what you furries want. You want some degenerate shit. And it's like, it goes crazy. And that's where we don't really eye to eye to that. I don't draw a furry insane shit. I would draw a furry character for you. I don't mind that. But y'all are fucking on some next level shit with all that. Nah. If I'm gonna draw furry Rule 34 shit, I'd rather just draw anime. I'm dead serious. I'd rather draw anime girls. I'd rather draw like hentai shit before I draw furry shit. I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't look at myself in the eye. I'm drawing literal, like, anthropomorphic animals doing the dirty. I can't do it. I'm not even shaming y'all. I just can't do it. I just can't look at myself and know I'm doing that.
like triggered this person because that's probably what their parents told them to do. That's what it felt like to me. It's like, yeah, why don't you do this? Like, why don't you do something else? Like, oh, no, I can't fucking... It's a society, and you can't do that. Yeah, like, what is this? Anyway, all of the workers in these restaurants, like 90% of them are going to get replaced by robots. These are unskilled, low education jobs that you could have a robot replace you in 5 years. There are already places that are doing this. It's only going to become more common. And for actual customers, they will prefer the robots because a lot of the reasons why these people work in places like this is because they're too stupid to get a job anywhere else. And they're too untrained or unskilled or in one way or another inefficient to get a job anywhere else. And so what a good thing it is that we have all these people that do a bad job in a lot of cases. And even if they don't do a bad job, they don't like their job, they hate the job, they don't have to do it anymore. So that's it.
Society, Batman, you know what I'm going to do? That little bunny Batman? There's no laws to the bunny Batman. There's no laws to the Pokemon Batman. Joker, no! Don't do it!
Davis said, I feel like homelessness.
Real service will thrive nonetheless. Yeah, all things will happen, right?
I'm not gonna lie. If things end up the way it's going, we're all gonna be California. Or Detroit, one of those two things. We're gonna be California. Everyone's gonna be fucking homeless. Everything's gonna be fucking homeless. I'm not even gonna pretend that game. Like that I can see that coming.
For sure. Pass a drug test equal make good money. Yep, there it is. Gonna be a mess first. Yep, there you go. Coming from a rich person is crazy. It's true. The reality of this is inevitable. I understand that some people might feel a certain way about it, but the reality of what I'm saying, this is going to happen, man. I don't know what you want me to say. It's gonna fucking happen. There's the video. Give it a like. That was really fucking funny. I love it.
No more of that. Doom and gloom.
It's a huge Amazon strike that's going to be happening.
What? Workers wait, this is 9 months ago. Workers plan to shut down over Amazon over Christmas. I don't care about that. Okay. I was so certain that Yeah, I was so certain that they're just all quitting comics. Oh my god, is people quitting comics? Let's see.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And comics are doing so great that everybody who's had a comic shop for decades is closing up shop.
Right. And when you tell people, you say it isn't doing well, everybody like tells you you're full of crap. It's like,
yeah,
the proof is in the pudding, people.
Lots of comic shops have gone out over the last several years. I would say the pandemic definitely hastened the demise of the direct market and comic shops. And then, of course, Diamond now imploding. That is not helping matters any, because for the longest time, comic shops are basically Diamond franchisees. They would order all their stuff from Diamond. Now you got to order it from like 20 different places. And this is a story from an Akron newspaper about a gentleman who has run a comic shop for 40 years. He's closing down now. He says he's retiring. He's going to spend more time with his wife, but he gets a few parting shots in at the state of the comic book industry right now.
But okay, so he's actually impacted directly.
Yes.
Are they going to believe it when he says it?
No.
Or do more places have to close down so none are left, and then they'll believe it?
They'll say, he's just a cis
things. I honestly believe that the comic book industry has imploded on itself on different reasons. One, the activism. I think that's a big contributor to that. I think that's the biggest one. The wokeism, putting insane stuff in there that was not needed. What they did with majority of the X-Men. And y'all stop fucking lying about X-Men, about civil rights. That was not the fucking reason. Y'all stop lying to yourselves. That is not the reason why the X-Men was made, because of the whole LGBT thing. That was a lie. It's a fucking lie. Stop lying to yourself. That's not true. Fucking, what's his name? Stan Lee and Jack Kirby said it from their mouths, saying that the reason why he made the X-Men is because he wanted to make some superheroes, but it was a pain in the ass to write everyone to have their own backstory, so they made up a gene that gives everyone superpowers off the rip. That was it. Just like My Hero Academia. That's literally what that is, even though Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did it first. Like, Jesus Christ. Stop lying to yourselves. That has nothing to do with civil rights movements and all that shit. Nope. Yes, elements of that is in the shows, but that's not the main reason.
White male, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's wearing a red shirt. He's obviously MAGA.
He's obviously MAGA or some crazy crap like this. And look, this guy's in Akron. And Ohio and Pennsylvania, we've talked about before. Western Pennsylvania and Ohio is like a hotbed for the collector market, like comic books and toys and all that stuff. We have a lot of toy shows around here, a lot of collectors. And yeah, he's just like, it's time to quit. And I think a lot of people are going to follow in his footsteps. We've seen a lot of shops that have been in business for decades fold, and the comic book journalists try to spin it like, oh, things have never been better, guys. It's so fantastic.
Yeah.
Comics are great. It's all great. It's so good right now. Meanwhile, there are people that are working in comics that are so broke they're talking about killing themselves. But hey, it's wonderful. Because manga.
Keep saying that.
Because manga's selling. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com. Sign up for notifications when we post new videos. Also, we got some paywall content. There's more paywall content coming. Yeah, so let's talk about this. This is Kenmore Comics in Akron, closing up shop after 38 years. And this is John Button Jr. He's defied the odds and the whims of pop culture and collecting for 40 years. It's time to hang up his cape and close the chapter on Kenmore Comics in Akron. It's a popular destination for comic book enthusiasts. He's closing up shop at the end of the year. They're laying on really thick. He did not get bitten by a radioactive spider, and he's not moving to Krypton.
They really wrote that on there. Oh my God.
Yeah, so they're talking about how he started the shop, and yeah, he is retiring, but he does get a couple of jabs in there. So let's go down here. And so this is the most like comic shop looking comic shop. I've never been to his shop, but this reminds me of so many other shops I've been to, down to the wood paneling too. We see a lot of shops with the wood.
Well, it's 40
paneling.
years to the 80s.
Yeah. He said, okay, at age 67, he said it's tough to run the business pretty much by himself, and he's ready for some relaxation and the first real vacation with his wife since the pandemic. As news spread of the comic shop's closing, customers have been lining up before the doors open for the day to say goodbye and grab a book or two for their collections, okay? The morning after he posted the planned closing, he said one customer arrived a half an hour early and pounded on the door begging him to stay open. It's just time, he says, just time. This is Pete Edens. He's been traveling from Wadsworth to visit Kenmore Comics for 15 years. It's my favorite place on earth. I don't want to go to another shop. This is my favorite place to go. And that's the thing about comic shops too, is there is that sense of camaraderie for the shops that have been around for a long time. You know, people make friends there.
It's a community, not a commune.
It's a community, not a commune, but it's become more of a commune mindset.
While the comic industry is becoming a commune, there's still communities left.
So he talked about how a few months after getting the shop up and running, he took over the business, and he's not looked back since then. You know, liked Akron. He said back in the late 80s, it was a golden age for comic book stores. He said there were 16 in Akron alone, Greater Akron alone. I know in my hometown, which was relatively small compared to Akron, we had 4, maybe 5.
We actually had one where I grew up.
Yeah, which is kind of wild because it's kind of off the beaten path. But
we did.
So things were just booming. Then they weren't. It said as things got tough and stores began to close in the 90s, Button said those owners who remained had to get creative and cooperate just to survive.
Mm-hmm.
A group of owners would meet and play poker and share strategies and words of encouragement. Pop vinyls and magic cards.
Yep.
The pot, comic books, and other spare merchandise to help stock each other's shelves. They called themselves the League of Extraordinary Dealers. In spite of all this,
that's kind of funny, actually.
That is funny. It's amazing you guys have been in business this long. In spite of all this, he admits the industry is just not what it used to.
The extraordinary, what? The extraordinary dealers? That's it's like a drug dealer with a hero complex. What the hell?
No, you don't say.
New comics are $4 to $5 a pop. There are just 4 or 5 comic shops left in Summit County. He said he's been thinking about retiring for 2 years or so, and he looked at for a potential buyer, but who would buy a comic shop at this point? I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm being real here, and I'm not. I mean, I love comics and I love shops, but
payphones, everyone.
Yeah, it's just like, look, people are still reading comics, the art form of comics, right? They're consuming them in a different way. Pamphlet comics are not what they used to be, and yeah, every once in a while you'll get a Batman or an Absolute Batman or something like that. But the reality is that comic shops are going the way of arcades. And it's a novelty for some people, and in a bigger area, you can still have them because you have a lot of foot traffic. You have a lot of people who are, but
arcades. That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. But in Middle America, most of Middle America, you're not gonna be able to make a go of it because, I mean, think about the prospect here. Like, okay, to go read comic books, instead of going to the 7-Eleven and picking them up like most people used to do, you have to seek out a specialty shop, pay $5 or $6 each for comics of dwindling quality for the most part, right? And then you have to deal with all the other issues that come with the industry.
From the person running it, you're expected to carry all these different titles, and you might sell one of each, maybe.
Yeah.
In some places. And it's, the pull lists are one thing, but they keep now with Diamond going out and all the crap around that, it just makes it even harder. And a lot of people, a lot of vendors got ripped off. A lot of, publishers got ripped off.
It just doesn't, that system, the direct market, its heyday was in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't think the comic book industry ever recovered from the collapse of the speculator market, back in the late 90s, and we've just been kind of limping along. And yeah, the movies helped somewhat, but now the movies aren't even popular. Kids are moving to manga. They're moving to graphic novels.
Or webtoons or places where you get things for free.
Digital. Yeah, free. I mean, that's the thing too. What kind of value proposition is that? You pay $5 or $6 for maybe 5 to 10 minutes of entertainment, right? And meanwhile, you can pay that for like a streaming service. You can go out to YouTube and kids can watch all the brain rot they want for free.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine when it was cheap, disposable entertainment for kids, when it was 10 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, whatever. But now it just doesn't make a lot of sense to continue that business model except for collectors, right? And that's the thing. So this comes from Bleeding Cool. 198 comics publishers and who's distributing them. You have to basically look at each individual publisher to see where they're being distributed now. It's not like it used to be.
That's insane. You can't just like, I mean, I always thought it was ridiculous to put your eggs in one basket anyway with Diamond. But, you know, if you have a client who wants one kind of comic, you might have to go get it from someplace else. Is it worth the aggravation?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks to me like I think what's going to happen is a lot of these guys are just going to call it quits now, because I think especially with Diamond, it's just like, that's it, man. That's the sign. And a lot of these people, they started their shops in the 80s, 90s. They're, 60, 70. Some of these guys are damn near 80 years old. You can't do this forever. And you're not going to get somebody at 25, 30 years old being like, you know what I want to do for a living? Open a comic book shop and sell $5 pamphlets to 50-year-old men for the next 5 years.
You can make a small fortune. That's what my mom used to say. She used to run an airport. She goes, you can make a small fortune running an airport. You start out with a big fortune and you end up with a small one. That's what she used to say. And that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, I just, and the whole kumbaya rah-rah crap too. I mean, this is what it blows my mind. This was back in March. Publishers Weekly, they're trying to be like, if you build a comic shop, comic fans will come. Comic shop owners shore up customer loyalty with events, clubs, and personalized service, helping small shops thrive in hard times.
But how long has it been saying it's been hard times? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can thrive in small times or hard times, but you've been saying it's been hard times for years. My next question is, how long do you want to just keep losing money and struggle in hard times? Because that's what's going on.
Well, what's wild about it is comic shops honestly have been struggling longer than they were super profitable, right? I mean, you had a bubble in the 80s and early 90s, and most of them have been limping along for the last, couple of decades, keeping the lights on. But we've seen more and more big shops go out. And I knew when Meltdown Comics in LA went out that was before the pandemic. I'm like, if Meltdown in LA, where all these Hollywood nerds, the Will Wheatons and the Patton Oswalts, all those guys shop there.
All the insufferable people.
But if they can't even afford to stay open, there's no hope for the shops in Middle America, right?
I'm looking at the shop and the pictures of it. All I think of is Barnes and Noble.
It looks
like a Barnes and Noble.
Now, I think she actually bought some, I want to say she bought some Shadowbinders books like way back in the day for the shop. So, but that is actually the mindset though. I think you almost have to have now, because so many people are buying manga and graphic novels that you almost have to make it look like a bookstore and not.
If they can make it work, then good on them. Like the clubs and stuff, events, good idea. The problem is just like, if you have to constantly struggle to do it, and I mean, not talking, if you're successful, then, good on you. But for other people, it's like, how long? It's always hard times. It's like, you just have to get through this hard time. But it's been the hard times since way before the pandemic. So like, exactly how long are you supposed to just keep holding on with your fingertips until you just say, you know what?
Yeah, I think
I've done something else by now.
That's exactly it. I think with any business, I mean, obviously these guys love what they do. Because
I'm not saying they don't, but the thing is, it's like, how do you survive?
Right. And it's the same with the people working in the industry too. There are people making good money in the comics industry, or making good money being, comics adjacent, maybe not off the comic books themselves, but being part of that scene or whatever, getting a, deal for movies or whatever. But there's so many people that are like starving in this industry.
Like 1 in 100.
Yeah. So it's
or 1 in 1,000 even.
So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to just hang in there until it gets better, and it never gets better.
It's like, eventually you have to cut your losses. Like, I mean, this is a true story. When it came to Shadowbinders, we had already had a plan that if it didn't do anything and we weren't getting an audience or anything within the first year or two.
Oh, when it was webcomic, yeah.
As much as we didn't want to, we were like, we're gonna stop it. And we didn't want to do that. But we're like, we can't just do it if it's not going to work. Now, luckily it worked. But you have to give yourself a time limit. It's like, if this isn't working by this point in time, you're just throwing more good money after bad. And unless you're using this as a tax shelter or something like that, because you're doing something really great on the other side, I just don't see how people can hang on to it.
Well, that was the same with me getting out of doing mainstream comics was it was just like it was a point where it's like I literally could go work a retail job and make more money than
literally work at McDonald's and make more money than you're making per hour. You break it down hourly
per hour
to do it.
It was insane, and I liked doing it, but like I always had another day job because the comics didn't pay enough. But there are people that do it full time. And they're doing it for ghetto wages. And look, there are people working at Marvel and DC that make really good money, but they're very few and far between.
I guess my thing is, if you want to run a shop or if you want to do this other stuff, you go, yeah, by all means, go for it. But I would not make that your sole source of income. Like, I would do that on the side. Like, if you're going to run a shop, you can hire people to sit there while you're doing your job or whatever. And, that's not your main source of income. Or you have somebody else in your family that has a really good job, so that you can go do this, which is what a lot of webcomic people did. I'm successful webcomics. I'm doing this full time. And I'm not mentioning my fact my wife's a nurse or my husband's a doctor.
Yes. Yeah.
And I know I'm using those specific examples for a reason, because those are very, that's what happens specifically to these people. They don't mention that part, but there's nothing wrong with if you want to do it, understanding that you have something in the background, you want to do a comic book. Okay. But you're doing it on the side. You're not doing it as your main thing. It's just not worth the risk.
I think there's a lot of lying. There's a lot of lying through their teeth. The comic book industry wants to present this image that things are, no pun intended, that things are fantastic and whatever. And what they do is, I believe they sell false hope to people and they lie through their teeth.
Doing that, and you could pay them for a seminar to rah you up at how you can make comics for a living when they knew damn well you couldn't, but they were just telling people that because you had to pay them money to tell you what you wanted to hear. And people were doing it. I remember we were talking about, we were just like, why would you pay this person for this?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, they did. And everybody wants to, they want to be like, oh, I get to draw for a living. And isn't that the dream? I'm like, be careful what you wish for, because the dream might turn into a nightmare, and then you're eating cat food and begging for money on GoFundMe, because you can't. You have no retirement, and there's so many amazingly talented comic book creators who have died penniless. I mean, just think about Peter David not too long ago. It just this business does not take care of you. It really doesn't.
No, it's not going to love you back. So like I said, no one said you can't do it. You totally can do these things, but you cannot make it your sole source of income, because it's just there's not enough in it anymore to make it worth it. It's just other than as something you love, passion project.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
There we go. Here's your dismal
comment. You can get mad all you want. I'm just
care.
trying to be honest with you.
I don't care. I'd rather be honest to people and just be like, yeah, it's just not the whole way.
I encourage you to do it, but make sure you have a plan.
Make sure you have a plan, for sure. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop.
Ko-fi Streambot said visit Artextric's Ko-fi page at Rick's official said be a support hero today by using commands like support.
Sorry. So I just realized I was talking to myself. So like, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna go play the gaming stuff now for the League of Legends game. I want to see how it's like. Hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully we can show it off and stuff like that. No issues. So I'm gonna stop it from here. We're gonna continue this tomorrow if I'm home. So with that said, have a great night. For those who cared about only for the art stuff, I'll see you guys next time. But we're gonna go and play the 20PX or whatever the fuck the game's called. All right, I'll be right back.